Hi, welcome to Clarke Auction's April 7 Fine Art Auction Preview. I'm going to share with you some of the highlights from the sale. And we're going to begin with this painting over here by Antonio Rota, an Italian artist, and it's of a slumbering child. It's well executed and estimated at $1,000 to $1,500. Above that, we've got a Giovanni Battista Tiepolo. May look familiar to you. We had it in a sale before and bidder didn't pay, so it's offered again. So go to our website to see some details about bidding on that item. Also in the sale we have a photograph by Arnold Newman of Friedrich Kiesler, the famous architect and designer, and that is estimated at $800 to $1,200. We also have a print by Sam Francis, this fabulous work by Francis, and that's estimated at $1,000 to $1,500. And we move on to a more modern piece by the Thai artist Pakpum Silafon, and he's known for taking cartons from Sprite or Coca-Cola items and then putting historical figures like, here we have Jimi Hendrix sitting on Sprite, which is a fabulous work, and it's estimated at $3,000 to $5,000. Above that, we're going to the world of photography again with the Australian artist Peter Link, and this is actually Antelope Canyons in Arizona, and that's estimated at $1,000 to $1,500. We now move to another we go to a portrait here. It's an unknown but really fascinating portrait. Has a slightly Asian feel to it, probably from the 1920s. And so that's a really great looking piece. And it's only estimated, I believe, at $400 to $600. For those New Yorkers, we have a scene of Union Square by Morris Cantor, a well-known artist, done in the early part of the 20th century. And that's estimated at $1,000 to $1,500. We now move to a vista landscape, the first of four works that we have by the female artist Marion Reignac. This was done in the 1980s, and it's a fabulous geometric landscape that you can see that she has created this in color, and that's estimated $600 to $900. She was a student of Hans Hofmann. Above that, we move to another print by Robert Motherwell, and this is part of his Automation series, similar to the Sam Francis, the abstractness. And this work is an AP, so an artist proof for the series, and it's estimated at $3,000 to $5,000. Now we're moving over to one of the highlights by the Japanese Brazilian artist Manabu Mabe. Fabulous work. He's almost creating the colors here, uses a palette knife like a Japanese sword. This work is estimated at $10,000 to $15,000, and it was executed in 1980. Here in the front room we have a few more works. We have several works, again by Vincent D. Smith. A lot of works on paper, so be sure to go to the website to see the diversity of Smith's works on paper. This is done in the 1980s, and it's estimated at, actually in the 70s when he went to Africa, and it's estimated at $500 to $700. Moving on, we have more photography by Horst P. Horst. This is Marlene Dietrich. We have two works in the sale. Also, you'll probably see here on the wall with her daughter another one. We move down to see the world of Russia by Ukrainian artist Arnold Lakovitsky, and this is in Russia. And we move from Russia to Lower Manhattan by Parker Newton, an American artist. So this is a view from Brooklyn, and that's only estimated, I believe, at $400 to $600. Moving over, we have another major print by the African-American artist Elizabeth Catlett. This is a fabulous Black Power print, and that's estimated at $4,000 to $6,000. Moving along to another African American, or actually a Caribbean artist. We have a Russ Thompson, fabulous work by him, and this is estimated $1,000 to $1,500. We finally move up to another Whistler. We had some Whistlers in our last sale, so this is the lime burner done in the 1850s, and it's a mere $800 to $1,200 for this etching by Whistler. And the final picture that we have here is an abstract by an artist, John Henry, done in 1959. He's a New York artist, and so this is a fabulous collage. It's called 10th Street. Okay, we're now here in the main gallery, and I'd like to show you some of the works that we have here, starting with this large work by Reuben Tam. He's originally from Hawaii and eventually ended up in New York City, and he's known for creating his abstracts with a kind of landscape edge of water work. This is kind of almost very patriotic with its red, white, and blue look to it. I also want to just mention above that we have another Marion Rainiac, the female artist who is part of a group of female artists who had a gallery in New York City in the 60s and the 70s. And this one, I believe, was done in the 60s, and it's estimated at $600 to $900. Another painting that I want to show you is this large work by the artist Clifford LaFontaine. Not much is known about Clifford, but he did work at the Met Museum and exhibited in the 60s. And this is a lovely diptych, so it's actually a hinged work. And I just think it's got a great expressiveness to it, and an artist that should really be more well known. I'd now like to show you some works by the contemporary African American artist, Vernon Amelie. He's an interesting artist that he's done, and we're lucky to have a series of works that he did in 2017 of punk bands. The other thing interesting about Vernon's work is he likes to put fluorescent paint, so you get to have a different dynamic when you turn the lights off. We have 3 of these in this series, and also 4 total works by Vernon. These are each estimated at $600 to $900, and like I said, you can go from the Clash to the Sex Pistols and get those punk bands for your wall. The final work that I want to show you is by Jeffrey Holder of Fernando Sanchez. You may know Jeffrey Holder as the villain from the James Bond film Live and Let Die and the 7-Up commercials. The sitter was also a famous designer of women's lingerie, and he designed the clothing for Madonna's Material Girl video. So it's a lovely picture to have, and it almost reminds me of the Memorex commercial from the 1970s. And as usual, I haven't been able to show you all the works that we have in the sale, so be sure to go to clarkeny.com to see a complete catalog, to see the array of things that we have to offer. And like I said, be sure to go to look at the Vincent D. Smith works, because we have several great drawings by the artist. And so good luck at the auction on April 7th.